What's up everybody, we're back with another video. Now, I know it's been nearly 3 months since I posted anything, and the reason for that is because my laptop that I usually do all my video editing on is no longer able to run the software. It overheats, and then it basically goes into a hibernation system, basically ends up hibernating, so it shuts off and I can't really get the editing done. I tried to use a less intensive program to do a lot of video editing, which I actually used on the last video that I brought out. And that managed it just about, but then I tried to do it again, and again the system didn't like it. So I proceeded to upgrade my PC. I mean, I've been looking to do it for a while anyways. And so I went ahead and I upgraded my PC, I upgraded the software, so now I should be able to do, well, I will be able to do video editing without anything overheating for the foreseeable future. And we've got a lot of different things coming our way. So quickly, let's go into what's been happening out in the fish room, which is actually changing quite a bit. I don't know how much you can see. What we're trying to do at the moment, or what I've been doing for the last few months, is transitioning a lot of the tanks from the fish room into the front room here. This is now my office where I work, and I just want to have all my aquariums around me. I can see them all the time, which is actually really great. And I've had a few things that have happened in the past, and I've had a few things that I've been working on as well, just to try and progress some of the stuff and make it just a bit better for the fish, for myself. And just because I get to see them more, that's why I'm trying to move everything into the front room. So let's go ahead and take a look at the fish in the large aquarium, which a lot of things have happened so far. So one of the big things that's happened is during, what I'd like to say about 6 weeks back, we had the large pleco knock off my filtration system, and that caused an ammonia spike, which unfortunately killed my large pleco. My large pleco at this time is, what, 17, 18 years old, so he's a fairly old fish. But because of that, he didn't make it. All the other fish are fine, which is really good, but that's the one fish that didn't make it, and I'm really gutted about that. Just because nobody had seen such a large pleco before, and I do think it is a tail fin pleco, so nothing, you know, super rare or anything like that, but it was just really big. Additionally, you might have noticed that Daisy is not doing so well, and the reason for that is because Daisy has been getting into it with Midas, and the Midas has essentially been winning all the fights, and as you can see, Daisy kind of lost an eye during this, which has sort of worried me and warranted part of the big move around. What I'm trying to do is trying to empty some of the tanks, create more space, just so I can separate these fish out so that Daisy's okay. And I'm gonna do a video on this, explaining what's actually happened, what I'm doing, and what is gonna kind of happen next with all these fish. But just to know that Daisy is okay, and she is on the mend, so that's a good thing. She's eating, which is a good sign, even though she's lost her eye. It's all sort of healed up, it's kind of filled in. It looks weird, but there's been no infection, so she's been doing really well. I've been making sure that the tank water is clean. I'm always doing maintenance on that, just missed to keep an eye on that as well, and thinking about what to do next. So if we go over to the turtle tank, well, the 4-foot aquarium, you can see there's a whole bunch of turtles in there, and the next video is going to go into what is going on with the turtles, more specifically what I'm going to do to house them, and a bit more into the foreseeable future, as well as the project I'll be working on during this time. So I'm looking forward to sharing that with you guys. And finally, we will be talking about what we're going to be doing with the gar. So essentially what I'd like to do is I'd like to have a tank specifically for the gar. The gar itself, I've only recently got it to eat pellets, and I really just want to make sure that it's not out competing for food, because it's fairly slow at finding its food, and it's not really great for them, because if all the other fish eat the food, then it doesn't really have any food. So I'm also going to be doing something to do with the gar specifically with its own tank. So I'm really looking forward to that, because gars are like my favorite fish. I really do find them fascinating. They're super prehistoric, they breathe air, they look cool, and I think I've said this in the past, they're one of the few fish where they've actually got teeth where they use them for hunting, whereas other fish mostly have They do have teeth, but they don't really use it. They're just there, really. So, yeah, so that's basically a brief update on what's been happening. If we take a look at the tanks behind me as well, we've had some breeding activity with the African cichlids. I am trying to raise some of the fry, but obviously I have had this happen in the past. One other time, and I lost the fry. So this time I'm hoping for that not to happen and for the fry to be a-okay. So I am a bit worried that if I go away for an extended period of time, which I will be doing this week, that they might not make it. So let's hope that they are. They're big enough. I fed them well enough so that they should be fine. And then when I come back, I'll feed them again. And finally, the VA Huss and Spillum. I've got two of the largest Spillums that seem to be pairing off. I'm not too sure yet. They've been redecorating a lot of the aquarium. They've kind of been walking around, swimming about together, chasing away other fish. So I do think they're a pair, but I'm not sure yet. So I will be keeping an eye on them, and if something does happen, I will go into documenting it. But that's really it for today's video. I know it's been a while, so I want to try and do each tank individually so everybody kind of knows what's happened and gets the right amount of information essentially per tank, instead of trying to do it in one big video, because it'd be so much to talk about and I'd just lose myself. So I'll catch you in the next one, and the next one is going to be all about what's happening with my turtles and what I've been working on since then. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are alright, and as always, peace out.